It was July 26th, 1974, when a teenage girl and her dog stumbled onto a grim scene among the dunes of Race Point Beach in Provincetown, Massachusetts. Lying face down in the sand was a woman's naked body, partly decomposed under the blazing summer sun. Her auburn hair spilled over the sand, as though caught in a breeze that would never lift again. The gruesome sight shocked the teenager, who raced back to alert local authorities. Soon, police officers arrived, staring down at a scene that felt ripped from a horror film. The woman's head was nearly decapitated. Her hands had been removed, cleanly cut off. Beside her lay a blue bandana and a pair of Wrangler jeans folded neatly, as though placed with purpose. The killer wanted her gone, and to ensure no one would ever know her name. From the moment she was discovered, the question echoed across Cape Cod. Who was this woman left to die alone among the dunes? Forensic examiners estimated she was between 25 and 40 years old, standing around 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing about 145 pounds. Her hair was a striking reddish brown, auburn, they said, and her toenails were painted pink. She had expensive dental work, including gold crowns, indicating she'd once enjoyed a comfortable life. No local missing person reports matched her description. She seemed to have appeared and vanished like a ghost. Police scoured the dunes for clues, but the heat and shifting sands had erased footprints and any trace evidence. They searched motel registers, vehicle records, ferry logs, anyone who might have seen this woman in the days before her death. Provincetown's population swelled each summer with tourists and seasonal workers, making it nearly impossible to pinpoint strangers. Detectives wondered if she'd been involved with organized crime, or perhaps was connected to the transient artists and performers flooding the Cape during the 1970s. But speculation led nowhere. No credible witness remembered seeing a woman matching her description. The autopsy revealed the Lady of the Dunes had likely been killed several weeks earlier, sometime between early and mid-July. She'd suffered a fatal blow to the head, possibly with a military-style entrenching tool, a small folding shovel. Her nearly decapitated head suggested the killer attempted to sever it entirely. The removal of her hands hinted at a calculated effort to prevent fingerprint identification. Despite the violence, no signs of sexual assault were detected. Whoever killed her was methodical and perhaps familiar with investigative procedures. As the months passed, theories multiplied. One theory suggested she was an extra in the movie Jaws, filmed on Cape Cod in 1974. Author Joe Hill, son of horror writer Stephen King, believed he spotted her in a crowd scene, wearing a blue bandana and jeans. Police considered the tip intriguing but ultimately unproven. Others speculated she might have been involved with mob figures or drug traffickers operating along the East Coast. Some wondered if she'd been connected to sex work or the thriving counterculture scene in Provincetown. Yet for every theory, no hard evidence emerged. Over the decades, forensic artists created numerous clay models of her face, hoping someone might recognize her features. Some sculptures depicted her with a solemn expression, others with gentle eyes and a faint smile. Her likeness was circulated nationwide on posters and television broadcasts. Still, no family came forward. No friend stepped up to claim her as their own. The Lady of the Dunes remained a phantom, trapped between sand and silence. Decades passed. Technology advanced. In 2000, her body was exhumed so that DNA could be extracted. Forensic scientists hoped genetic genealogy might crack open her identity. But for years, the tests yielded no matches. Investigators continued to cross-check her DNA against databases of missing persons. The case drew renewed attention as true crime media exploded in the 2010 podcasts, documentaries, and internet sleuths turned their gaze toward Cape Cod's coldest corpse. Finally, in October 2022, the FBI announced a breakthrough. After nearly half a century, the Lady of the Dunes finally had a name: Ruth Marie Terry. Ruth had been born in Tennessee in 1936. She'd lived in various places around the country and was married at the time of her murder. She was only 37 when she was killed. DNA analysis connected her remains to living relatives, solving the question of who she was. But one question remained even darker: who killed her? The FBI's announcement revealed another chilling detail. Ruth's husband, Guy Rockwell Moldovan, was suspected in her murder. Moldovan was an antiques dealer and a man with secrets. Before meeting Ruth, he'd been a suspect in another mysterious disappearance of a previous wife and stepdaughter in the 1960s. In Ruth's case, authorities believe he may have killed her, dismembered her body, and fled. By the time Ruth was identified, Moldovan had already died in 2002, leaving justice forever out of reach. Even with a name attached to the Lady of the Dunes, many questions linger. How did Ruth Marie Terry end up on Race Point Beach? What led her to Cape Cod in the summer of 1974? Did anyone else help cover up the crime? Or was it solely the work of one man determined to erase her from the world? The dunes still whisper secrets under the winds that sweep across Provincetown's shores. And Ruth's story serves as a haunting reminder: even when a name is found, a mystery may never truly be solved. This was the chilling story of the Lady of the Dunes, Cape Cod's coldest corpse, whose secrets unraveled after almost 50 years. If you're fascinated by unsolved mysteries from every corner of the United States, subscribe to Case Unknown for more stories that hide in the shadows. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.